What's going on, Canes fans, and welcome to episode number 1 of Walking and Venting for the 2023 season. Now, I do want to take just a moment and explain what this series is, because there are going to be some new faces around here, and maybe also just a little refresher for those of you that have been around, but it's been a while since we've done these. So this series is called Walking and Venting with Coop, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's me walking along the edge of my property while we vent about a hot topic when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes. Now, keep in mind that sometimes these discussions are about negative things. Sometimes it's about hot, debatable topics. It's typically things that people are kind of scared to give their opinion on. But I really like addressing these things head on and openly talking about them. There's no reason to run and hide from these conversations, and it's what this series is built for. So if you have trouble having adult conversations down in the comment section below, you probably want to skip this series, because I welcome all comments on these videos. And I want people to, again, have adult conversations one-on-one, go back and forth, and we openly discuss it and talk about it. So I have a lot of people that tell me every year, Coop, why are you being super negative? I can't believe you would try to stir the pot and divide Canes fans. That's not what this is. If that's the vibe that you get from this, then that just means that you're looking at it the wrong way, 1000%. So with that being said, I almost wanted to title this one Walking and Celebrating, because I was struggling to come up with some controversial things to talk about. But what I ended up doing is I came up with 3. So we're going to have multiple talking points in this one. So buckle up, and I want to see responses on each of these from you guys. So let's get into it, man. And I know this is one that's got the fan base talking a little bit. This is creating some buzz. Emory Williams coming in as quarterback number 2 behind Tyler Van Dyke in the Red Hawks game. And my question to you, don't be afraid to answer. Come on. Are you done with Ja'Carri Brown? Have you given up on Ja'Carri Brown? Do you believe that Emory should be locked in as QB number 2 officially? Now, that's kind of tough to answer, right? I mean, Emory came in garbage time. He did go 3 for 3, and he looked good out there. He looked decisive. He showed that he has a big, strong arm. He's accurate. And the coaching staff has spent a lot of time hyping this dude up. He's a fan favorite already. But let's not forget that Ja'Carri oozes athleticism. Ja'Carri's 6'4". Both of those guys are the same height. He has a big, strong arm. He just really still needs to improve on becoming a better passer. Now, here's the problem. Because, again, I'm going to address it head on. I'm not going to ask your opinion without giving mine. Emory Williams is probably the better fit for Dawson's offense. Straight up. Because at the end of the day, they can work on trying to get Ja'Carri to stay in the pocket more often. They can try to dial in his accuracy. But Emory is just a natural in this style of offense. Again, at times we were just, going with what the defense gave us. And it was a lot of getting the ball out quick, even going horizontal at times instead of vertical. And it was okay, right? We're going to see how this offense continues to evolve over the coming weeks. But Emory just fits what Dawson wants to run. Ja'Carri, maybe not so much. You're going to have to try to mold him a little bit and maybe change up his game. When with Emory, it just comes natural. So it's a lot easier, you know? And it's interesting because, Ja'Carri was a 4-star coming out of high school. Emory was a 3-star, but we're at the college level now, so it really doesn't matter, right? But one thing I do want to talk about also is the only thing really that Ja'Carri has over Emory is experience at the college level. Because Ja'Carri did get the nod several times last season. We had injuries with Jake Garcia and Tyler Van Dyke. And Emory now already has some experience at the college level. Literally game 1. Now, Jakari still has more total experience at the college level, though. But I'm gonna be honest. If you want me to just be blunt, and I'm getting way ahead of myself. It's motorcycle city today. It's such a nice day. If you want me to be honest, if Jakari Brown does not see more snaps this season, if he doesn't get more playing time, especially if Emory ends up coming in multiple times this season over him, Jakari Brown would probably transfer. And I hope that that doesn't happen, because we need depth at the quarterback position. We all saw what happened last season. And I'm a fan of Jakari. I do think that we could, make some special packages and things just for him, but that's not going to be enough to keep him. And it's because he's very athletic, super talented, and there are other schools that he could go and start at probably immediately, even with some of the accuracy issues and things. But just know, I've already plugged a disclaimer, but I need to do it again for those of you that don't pay attention. I'm sorry, I'm calling people out this season. It's not hate. It's not that. Again, this is having a grown-up conversation. There are guys that have to be number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and so on. Not everybody can start. It wouldn't work that way, because if you only brought in starters, when somebody goes down, you got to have a next man up that can come in and replace them. And just looking at the facts early on, because I'm not crowning Emory. You have to understand that. I'm not crowning Emory yet. He came in late in the game, and it was against the Red Hawks, and he is young. Like I said, Jakari has experience over him. But I still just think he is a much better fit, most likely, for this offense. So with that being said, I wouldn't want to see anything with Jakari later on in the season, him leaving or anything like that. But I just want to know your opinion. Do you believe that Emory is really that dude? How do you feel about it? And just also keep in mind, and then we're going to move on to topic number 2. Mario said Emory earned the number 2 spot for today, as in for the Red Hawks game. So he's kind of leaving it open, saying that, Emory really put forth a lot of extra effort. He practiced really well, and he earned it this week, but next week it might be Jakari at number 2. I don't know. So we'll have to see, or is that just coach speak? I don't know. But we'll chop it up. Let me know down in the comment section. I also want to talk about our running back room. And it's interesting, because this is a good problem to have, but it is a little worrisome. I'm just going to be up front. And my question here is, how do we continue to keep all of our running backs on the squad happy? And we got so many guys, I had to make a little list here. That way I don't leave anyone out. Henry Parrish, Fletcher, A.J. Allen, Don Chaney Jr., Christopher Johnson, Travante Citizen once he's healthy. And 4 out of those 6 guys, plus there's still some extra guys, but these are most likely the starters. 4 of those 6 guys got snaps against the Red Hawks. Parrish had 90 yards, Fletcher had 76, Allen had 47, and Chaney had 38. It totaled 250 yards on the ground on Friday night. So we love that, right? But the ability to rotate in fresh legs, and we believe in each and every one of those guys. But I'm a little worried, because every single one of them could probably make an argument for the starting position. So how long are we going to be able to continue to split the load amongst those guys and keep all of them happy? They all want to eat. They're all trying to do well at the college level so they can push and make it to the NFL. So if each guy's only getting 5 to 9 carries per game, how are you going to keep that guy happy when he feels like he's a number 1 back, when he's coming in and only carrying the ball 5 times for 90 yards? He's gonna want to eat. He's gonna want to play more. And again, once Travante Citizen heals up and he's gonna be ready to rock, it's something where for this question I wanted feedback from you guys, real talk, because I don't know what to do. It's oddly enough, as weird as this sounds, it's a good problem to have. It's been a while since we've had so many guys that we believe in at the running back position. We've got depth. limited injuries overall. Again, I know Citizen's injured. What do we do, y'all? What do we do? Obviously, Parrish seems like running back number one still, but Fletcher has shown that even with his size, man, he's elusive, he's fast. Chaney welcomes contact and just runs right through it. A.J. Allen, it was a huge get in the transfer portal. And I don't want any of them to leave after this season. I'm greedy. I want to keep them all. And all of them have lots of time left. Tons of eligibility. So we're talking most of them are 2-3 years. They still have. Bro, what do we do? What do we do, Canes fans? I'm happy. Yo, bro, I'm happy. We got to find a way to keep all them happy so we can keep them on the squad. I think it's inevitable, okay? Again, being a negative Nancy here, playing devil's advocate, I think it's inevitable that at some point we might end up losing one or two of those guys after the season, but it's just there's so much stiff competition in that room. And iron sharpens iron, I get it, but, you know, it's going to be tough to continue to play 4 to 6 running backs every single game and split up that load. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. What is your solution? How do you take care of this and make sure that those guys are content at the University of Miami? Because I like every single one of them. Every single one of those guys, I'm a fan. So we're rolling through these pretty quick. I got one more topic that I want to discuss. And this one might get me a little more worked up. This is where the venting might come out a tad. Much to my surprise, during the live stream, there was actually quite a bit of Xavier Restrepo slander going down. Right? Some of you guys are shocked too, right? What it really was, here we go, motorcycles again. Guys, we're just out here in nature. You know, not that motorcycles are part of nature, but we're just rolling with it. We got to go with the flow. We don't do edits in this series, so we just keep walking and we keep venting. A lot of people feel like Xavier Restrepo is the wrong guy to have back there returning punts. Now, I have to say that there were some good, valid points when people said he's just not fast enough. He's not elusive enough. And, you know, you could maybe argue, in my opinion, that we might get bigger returns if we put a guy back there like Brashard Smith or Ray Joseph, you know, another slot receiver that's known for being fast, for his speed, or I don't know, Tyler Harrell maybe. You know, the guy runs like a 4.2 or a 4.3 40. Get somebody like that back there. But there's a couple things that we have to remember. Being a fast guy doesn't mean that you're good at catching punts. And honestly, just because you're a receiver and you catch footballs all day, it's not quite the same as fielding punts. Now this is Coop, right? This is probably a really bad example and you guys aren't going to care about it, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I played football in high school and I played wide receiver. And in one of the games, we needed, the guy who was returning punts got injured and they needed somebody to come in and return punts. I came in for one play. Now, whether you believe me or not, it doesn't matter, but I did catch that punt. A fair catch, caught it. I walked to the sideline. You want to know what I told my head coach? It's Coach Meadows. You want to know what I told him? I said, never again. I am not going back. I'll go in there for special teams for anything else. I am not catching punts. It's a totally different ball game, bro. I was back there, bro. I was like this. I got it. All of a sudden, wait. Oh, I got it. No. Now I know. That's you, Coop. That's the high school level. We're talking about, it's still, man, not everybody wants to return punts and not everybody's good at it. Here's the thing with Restrepo. I still think he is one of the most sure-handed, solid wide receivers that we have on the squad. He has nothing but respect from me. And I think that he's a good, safe bet to have back there catching punts. He's not going to be the most explosive. He's probably not taking it to the house. No hate, but probably not. But he's a good, safe punt returner. He's a guy back there that's going to catch the ball. He's not going to muff it. And that's big, right? I'll take that. So even if the people who were saying it didn't mean it that way, man, I don't like the Restrepo slander. That guy, the extra effort we saw from Restrepo, even when he was on the field playing receiver, you remember that play where Tyler Van Dyke had to roll out? And I was harping on Jacoby George because he was throwing his hands up and he was pissed because he got some separation. And, you know, if TVD could have threaded the needle right there, he could have hit him because he was open. But Restrepo kept fighting. He didn't give up, and he found a way to get open. Tyler Van Dyke, you know, had to scramble out, extend the play. And a lot of times you have receivers who are kind of just, you know, they're just moping along. They're just jogging. Oh, well, play's over. He's about to throw it away or he's going to get sacked. Not XR7. He kept fighting. He came back towards the ball, and he caught it. So I'm perfectly fine with Restrepo being back there. I wouldn't mind, however, we're not the coaches, so we're not there at practice. I don't know if Ray is a good punt returner or Brashard or Harrell or any of those guys. But it would, I'm not going to lie, it would be cool at times to see an explosive guy back there returning punts. Back, you know, again, Devin Hester, my favorite Miami Hurricane football player of all time. You know, teams did not want to kick to him. They would literally purposely kick it out of bounds so he couldn't return it. We need something like that again. You know, help us win the field position battle so we don't have to fair catch as often. A real threat back there. But if we go the entire season and it's Xavier Restrepo, I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm fine with a safe guy back there so I don't have to hold my breath every time the opponent punts the ball. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just me. Let me know. Again, we got 3 topics to talk about. If you want to break it down 1, 2, 3 and give me each one, we can do that, or you can just talk about the one that means the most to you. But yeah, man, I think that Emory Williams probably is that dude. I do. I think that he's going to be an amazing quarterback. I think that he ends up earning the number 2 spot solid, like locked in. And I think the more he gets to play, the better and better he's going to get. The only thing he has going against him is that he's young. And that's something that we can fix with time and practice and more experience. And with the running backs, I'm at a loss. I don't freaking know. I need your help with that one. I don't know how in the world we keep all those guys happy because they all are going to want to eat. And they all deserve to eat because I think they're all that good. And for Restrepo, no Restrepo slander. Not on this channel. Let me know what y'all think. I hope that you enjoyed episode number 1, walking and venting for the 2023 season. We always start the episode number over at the beginning for each season so there's no confusion. This is probably my favorite series on the channel. Real talk, it really is. I love being out here in nature, just hanging out for a little bit. And it gives me an opportunity to get some stuff off my chest because we keep it real in these. And anybody who wants to jump in and complain, well, it's going to be falling on deaf ears because I don't care. I love this series, and I think it's a lot of fun, and the grown-ups in the room enjoy having these difficult conversations and talking about it openly. So we're going to wrap this one up, y'all. We'll see if we can set up and do the outro. Let's see. We don't do cuts on this. So there's no fancy edits, no nothing like that. We're just chilling, y'all. Hey, remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.